We keep being told the same lie over and over again. Devlogs are targeted at developers, not gamers. This has been said in too many different ways by too many different people. And I'm pretty sure I've even said it myself because I fell for it. We even stopped making devlogs for a while because it was too much work for too little payoff in the wrong market. But what if we were all wrong? And what if that advice has caused some developers to fail when they could have succeeded? To answer this, we need to take a deep dive into the world of indie marketing, different kinds of devlogs, and why they might be the answer that you've been looking for. Now, we all know how hard it is to actually finish and launch a game. But of all of the indie games that launch, 70% of them are financial failures. And of the 30% that were considered successful, only 7% of those generate enough revenue in order to fund a second game. Those are not good odds. So resourceful and intelligent indie devs know that they need to market their game in order for it to sell. But there's a problem. How do you market it? How do you actually get people to care about your game? Well, step one is actually make a good game. Obvious, I know. But if your game is good, word of mouth will work in your favor. Early adopters will play your game and they will tell their friends about it. But this is not enough. So next we turn to online marketing. Posting on Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, hoping to gather wish lists and followers. But this isn't enough either. A lot of the time with this method, the people that actually do follow you and wishlist your game are just hoping for you to follow them back and wishlist their game. A lot of the time, this is devs marketing to other devs. If your game doesn't look instantly viral, most people are going to keep scrolling. The average person sees 10,000 ads per day. So a couple of images or a really short video about your game on social media is very likely to just get lost. There are exceptions to every rule, but we're talking about how to maximize your chances for success. So we gotta play by the numbers. And what the numbers will tell you is that posting online is usually not enough for your game to do well. So the next method that most people will tell you about is gather a list of hundreds of YouTubers and streamers and ask them to play your game. And you should do this, by the way. But this, again, is often not enough. YouTubers and streamers are only going to want to play something that is guaranteed to entertain their audience. It's very easy to see why games like Among Us and Lethal Company do well with streamers. There's just a high chance for a lot of funny moments to happen. It's good streamable content. So some games are more streamable than others. But if you can get some streamers to play your games, it's very likely that if they play the game and they like it, a certain percentage of their audience is going to pick up a copy of your game. Why? It's because of trust. It's the same reason that if you're traveling, you might choose to get a coffee from Starbucks instead of a local mom and pop diner. It's not because the diner doesn't serve good coffee, it's because you know what experience to expect from a Starbucks. You've been there before, you know what to expect, you trust it. So for example, if you like Video Game Donkey and you watch one of his videos and he likes the game, then chances are you'll be more interested in that game after watching that video than you were before. So if you are a developer, contacting streamers and YouTubers is absolutely a must. But whether or not they say yes is mostly out of your control and you're kind of powerless there. The only thing you really have within your control is how streamable you make your game and how many streamers you contact and ask. But the rest is really just you waiting and praying that some of them actually say yes and play your game. If they don't, then success is going to be that much harder for you to find, which leads us to devlogs. And I know we went kind of deep there with the marketing stuff, but it is important to understand why it is so hard to find success in this industry. It's hard because if you don't already have an established brand, earning people's trust, getting their attention, and getting them to spend their hard-earned money on your game is going to be a really difficult thing to do. And devlogs are special because they are a way for you to become an influencer and build your brand while you create your game. Now, I do not say or suggest this lightly. Making devlogs on YouTube is not for everyone. There are certain anxieties that come with posting videos online, and the time that it takes to build a brand up is not trivial. But here's the thing that's important to understand. Every other marketing element that we have talked about so far has some element of luck or randomness involved. Your game going viral online on Reddit or X, that would be lucky. Some huge streamer playing your game and really liking it, that would be lucky. But if you already have an established brand, then the amount of luck that you need starts to decrease. People watch YouTubers to be entertained, educated, or inspired. And you will find all kinds of devlogs out there with all three of those flavors. With devlogs, people get to watch the process of creation. Over time, they get to watch a video game get created from scratch. Now, as we said, I've heard from too many different sources that devlogs are just developers marketing to other developers, essentially saying that devlogs are targeting the wrong audience. I just want to throw this out there. That is bull. Have you ever tried to find decent indie game dev gear? I have, and there was not a whole lot of good options out there. For years, I actually resorted to having Nikki make it for me. So if you would like a way to support the channel and get some of that hard to find clothing that speaks to your game dev soul, check out our awesome new merch shop. From cozy hoodies to pixel perfect tees, our gear is designed for and by passionate developers like you. Support the dream, wear the passion, and join us on the indie journey. I love to watch Corridor Crew, for example, and it's not because I'm interested in creating films or those kind of visual effects. It's just because I genuinely enjoy watching them create their stuff. I find it fascinating and really interesting. Now, besides my love of playing games, guess what got me super interested in creating them in the first place? Thin Matrix, the original devlogger. You do not have to be Danny to make good devlogs. Thin Matrix's devlogs are not meant to entertain bored gamers. His videos just have a really chill, relaxed, here's what I got done this week kind of vibe. I used to watch him when I didn't know anything about code, I didn't know anything about 3D modeling, I didn't know anything about game engines or whether they were free or not. I liked playing games, and apparently I was interested in watching them get created as well. Let's look at my buddy Aya, who I have an interesting friendship with. Now, I can't prove it because it's not like YouTube gives you metrics for how many people are gamers and how many people are YouTubers, but I'm willing to bet that this video did not attract 700,000 game developers to watch it. Aya is attracting gamers to watch his videos. By the way, go subscribe to his channel. He's closing in on 100,000 and his videos are worth studying if you make devlogs. A little while ago, I interviewed Watt Designs. His game has 20,000 wish lists. 95% of the content he makes is devlogs for his game. I interviewed Ben Bonk, and his game is on the list of most wishlisted indie games. And he's still in high school, and I can say that because it's public now. I interviewed Devduck, and he does not have a Steam page set up yet, but I guarantee you that when he launches it, he will get wish lists in the 5 digits. GMTK, who has only posted a total of 14 videos in his devlog playlist, one of which was just an announcement, is ranked 269th most wishlisted indie game right now. That is really, really good, by the way. Isle Goblin, Watt Designs' game, which had 20,000 wishlists at the time that I interviewed him, he was ranked 377th. John's game, Blood and Mead from Lost Relic Games, his game is on that list as well. Someone who, again, doesn't post devlogs all that often. Jonas Tyroller's Will You Snail and Thronefall were both successes backed on the foundation of devlogs. Pontypants's Punch a Bunch, that was really hard to say. Big success. Very, very, very popular devlogs. Choo Choo Charles. So many reasons that game went big. One of which was those devlogs got millions of views. Carlson is still in the top 5 most wishlisted indie games. Every single one of these amazing developers has managed to make their game stand out from the crowd and give it the attention that it deserves. Devlogs are not just for developers. Not if you're doing it right. They are a way for people to follow your journey and fall in love with your game and care about you as its creator. I just want to say, here's our most recent devlog. Check it out. See ya.